often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Hey, take 26!
To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
58! 30!
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. Past the 20. Touchdown. touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point safely through, and it is 42-0.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. 2nd down and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Two, out here. Grade 15, grade 15. Sunday.
Throwing his Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Gibson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Sunday. This by 7.
Now Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are able to claw one back. Joey Sly on for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Pushes him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Rodgers. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers now to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Randall Cobb, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter, how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Pushes past him. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. That's complete to Cobb. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way play across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.